Back on Patriot League All Access, we're on now with the first-year head coach of the Holy Cross women's volleyball program, Erin Walker. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your busy schedule today. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Hello, everyone.
First question that I wanted to ask you as you go through the summer now and getting towards the end of the summer and getting ready for the 2011 season is what kind of differences have you noticed in what you've had to do during the off season during this summer, knowing that you're going to be a head coach, as opposed to maybe what you had to do the previous summer as an assistant coach, and then the summers before that when you were a graduate assistant? What are some of the differences that you've been able to kind of pick out, if there have been any?
As far as, coaching style or philosophy, none of that's really changed, but, the workload increases, and I actually got more hand on recruiting this summer, so that was a lot of fun, being able to go out to tournaments and, pick the incoming classes, so that was fun.
Since last year was your first year when you were an assistant at Holy Cross, you got an opportunity to go through league play for the first time and see those other teams, those other 7 programs that you're going to be matching up with during league play, and you see them twice a year. What were some of your impressions of the Patriot League programs as you got to go through the regular season last year and you got to see the talent that they have and the coaching? What were some of the impressions that you came away with after that first season?
I was really impressed with the league. I thought it's a very talented league. It's a tough league, and it makes it fun, that we see opponents twice, and I'm just really excited to get into the league play again this year.
When the opportunity came up, when there was the chance and the vacancy created itself to become the head coach at the College of the Holy Cross, what was it about the position, what was it about the opportunity, and maybe what was it about what you had experienced during your first year last season as an assistant that made it an attractive opportunity for you and ultimately made it something that you wanted to go for? So what was it about everything at Holy Cross that made you want to be the head coach of this program?
The first thing that made me want to stay was definitely the players. It was a unique experience training such academically, strong players, and just their passion to play, and that really just kept me here and kept me interested in staying here. And then, the second thing that really kept me here as well was just the family-like atmosphere at Holy Cross in general, in the athletic department, with our, the parents we have with the team, the family feeling we create on our team. Just, it was something it was very hard to walk away from. So, I was just very happy when the opportunity opened up, and, just so excited.
I want to take a step back and ask a follow-up on a question I asked you a few minutes ago. You said that one of the things that had changed for you, obviously being a head coach during the off-season, is more of a hands-on approach with the recruiting. And I was looking at your roster, and I noticed that there's a lot of freshmen on the roster coming in to their first seasons at Holy Cross this fall, a lot more compared to the number of freshmen that came in last season. So tell me a little bit about what that experience was and what you were looking for during the summer in terms of recruiting and the kinds of players that you were looking to bring into the Holy Cross program, and maybe some of the needs from an athletic standpoint, from an in-game standpoint that you were trying to address, and you think that you will be able to address with these recruits that you have coming into to Mount St. James coming up this fall.
Well, first things first, the incoming 8 that we have this year were heavily recruited by the previous coach. I was here as an assistant when she was recruiting them, and one of the things we discussed is we needed to just add depth to our roster. We need to have that available. My first recruiting class will not be till 2012, so next year's class. However, working with the head coach, the 8 that we have coming in, I'm very excited to work with, and we kind of share the same recruiting standpoint and just looking to get more depth on our roster.
Your non-league schedule, I'm looking over your non-league slate for the upcoming season, and I see obviously you get a lot of the regional games. You get the Harvards are on the schedule. You play the usual complement of tournaments. Again, I imagine a good chunk of the schedule was probably in place before you had the opportunity to become the head coach. But just when you look at the non-league slate as it stands for 2011, what are you hoping to see your team do during the course of that non-league slate? What are some of the things that you want to see happen as you play, when you open at home against Fairleigh Dickinson and then Central Connecticut, and you move on from there? What are some of the things that you're going to be looking for from your club as you go through the non-league schedule?
Our main thing to do in the non-league schedule is to unify our team. We really need to, become a team in a sense that we have 8 incoming freshmen, 7 returners. Those games are going to be perfect opportunities for us to learn how to compete, to find, who's our starting lineup, and just really get ready for a league in that.
And I notice you have other games on here like Northeastern and Providence, some good regional games that you're going to have coming up. Now, your non-league philosophy, now again, since you're going to be moving forward as the head coach and you'll have a better opportunity to put your stamp on next year's non-league schedule, do you have a philosophy in mind that you have been formulating over the last little while, or maybe something that you've thought about to yourself since you were an assistant, the kinds of non-league games that you're going to look for and the types of programs that you're going to want to match Holy Cross up against in the future when you put together those future non-league schedules? Have you given any thought to that kind of philosophy that you have inside your head?
Yeah. I mean, I've always thought that you get better by playing tough opponents, and that's kind of what we line up for, looking for opponents within the area that are really going to make us compete, really going to push us to get to the next level. And it's just great for our players to be able to see that and to compete against that. So, that would be one thing, and I think we definitely have a strong non-league schedule in the beginning, this year, and that I would love to keep in the future seasons.
Erin Walker is the brand new head women's volleyball coach at the College of the Holy Cross, entering her first season. They'll open the season coming up on August 26th. Coach, thank you very much for taking the time today. Appreciate it. Good luck during the course of the season, and we'll chat with you soon.
Thanks, and go Staters.